Hello friends, we are here with Rick Hansen, who is the Festival Director of Sound Unseen, now in its 10th year.
Yes, year 10. We are a Films on Music festival. We like to use that term because it's become sort of a festival genre. We've had some great films, some great music, some great stuff in the past, obviously, but we feel like this year we've got the biggest films that we've ever got.
This is not a show.
This is absolutely terrifying for us.
Tuesday, September 29th, is our opening film, which is R.E.M's world premiere of This Is Not a Show, and that's going to be at the Cedar Cultural Center. Director Vincent Moon is going to be in attendance. He actually has 2 films in our festival. The other one's called All Tomorrow's Parties. He was the cinematographer on that one, and that's another really brilliant sort of concert film. You know, we just want to run the gamut of, you know, cool things, jazz, Beethoven, to black metal, you know? They're really bad dudes. Normal in some respects, you know, they talk like intelligently and for the most part, and they're smart, but they live what they're singing, which is, you know, killing, you know, burning churches and, you know, going to jail and fighting against the society that brought them up. Some of the content, sometimes it's a little bit, you know, it's always interesting, but sometimes it makes people uncomfortable, and it made me a little uncomfortable, to be honest, and there's a lot of shots in it that aren't for kids, let's just put it that way. But we're also playing, you know, In Search of Beethoven on Sunday at the you know, we're really excited about that one as well. I don't know if you saw In Search of Mozart, huge festival hit, played on PBS and all the rest, same producers, same directors. In fact, most people are saying that this is a better profile of even greater artists, and it's, you know, it's a really long documentary, really involved, very Ken Burnsy in a lot of respects. And then our next biggest one is closing night, which is a film called We Live in Public.
The internet is like this new human experience. At first, everybody's going to like it, but there will be a fundamental change in the human condition. One day, we're all going to wake up and realize that we're just servants. We
Live in Public is directed by Andy Timiner. It's going to get a pretty wide release, and it'll probably be nominated for some pretty significant awards, including even Academy Awards.
It was genius because nobody had done it yet.
He was saying this is the way it's going to be, and he was right. I mean, he was right.
Let's jump into the jazz films, because I think there are Minnesota connections to the jazz films that you might want to talk about.
There definitely are. The one film called Icons Among Us, I was watching it, and within the first 5 minutes, local jazz icon, Dave King, I see him playing the drums, and I was just like, I think I know that guy. This is all like the biggest new jazz lines kind of thing, and so we're pretty excited about that.
Look, man, when you have to say something, you're going to have to say what's on your mind. You know, history will tell a tale. There's a movement about it from young guys that's kind of like the quietest revolution in jazz I've ever heard in my life.
We've got another jazz film that's not really have any local ties to it, but it's called Guy and Madeline on a Park Bench, and it's one of my favorite films in the festival. It's like the secret favorite. Because it's kind of a little film. Little, if, you know, getting in Tribeca means you're little, but it wowed a lot of people, including Amy Tobin, a writer who raved about it in Film Comment a little while ago. We're really excited about Ed Thigpen, underappreciated jazz man, and Don McGlynn, who is the director of this, is from Minnesota originally, lives in Copenhagen right now, but he's coming back and he's going to be in attendance for that film.
You have melody, you have rhythm. The rhythm of the melody, then you have the nuance, time and its nuances. Physically feeling and mentally feeling. Lengths of sound carry time. Time meaning the pulsation.
Really, the only thing that's going to make us survive is if people come and show up and buy a ticket. So please, buy a ticket.
$8 is all it takes.
Yeah, it's not much. I think you're going to get $8 worth of entertainment on it.